Hello from Japan! This is Master and I am back with another video about fairy tale. Here is Gray and Juvia. They are well known and one of the most popular ships in fairy tale. As Japanese fans believe they are already canon. There are many scenes in the story that proves they love each other. Japanese people are very shy. So because of cultural differences, I believe many overseas or Western fans have trouble understanding Gray's actual thoughts and feelings for Juvia. In this video, I would like to talk about and explain the scene between Gray and Juvia in chapter 545 of Fairy Tail, which is the final chapter for the fans from overseas who don't speak Japanese. This video will capture and explain the meaning of Gray's line. Before I begin, I would like to point out that fans should mainly focus on Gray saying, "Your body is mine," rather than, "Maybe, I mean, This is because Gray is tsundere. There are two possible reasons why Gray said, "Maybe, I mean, One, he was trying to take back what he said about Juvia being his because he's shy. Or, two, he said it because he actually wanted to correct himself and state clearly with absolute certainty that Juvia is his. And again, he couldn't, because he got shy. I believe this is the correct answer and will explain why later. But either way, the truth is in what he first said, Juvia is Gray's. That's why we all must focus on this point since it's how Gray really feels. His mumbling afterwards is really irrelevant. Personally, I think it's interesting how different Gray's original line from this scene in Japanese is from the official English translation. I decided to cover this point because it appears they are fans from overseas who are confused, since they could not understand what Gray, Mashima-sensei, actually intended due to the difference in translation meaning. So, which is the correct translation? "Your body is mine" or "you're mine"? Why didn't Gray make a clear declaration and instead made a vague comment? Please watch until the end as I will dig into these and other topics about this scene. In the last chapter of the Fairy Tail original series, 545, the members of the guild were at a party celebrating Lucy because she received the Rookie of the Year award for her novel, The Adventure of Iris. Of course, Gray and Juvia were there too. Juvia drank too much and started to stripping. Then Gray told her to stop doing that and dragged her away from the party. Gray and Juvia had a conversation about the scars they got from fighting Invo. Which, by the way, I made a video talking about the chapter as well and why it means Gray loves Juvia. So please click the link down below if you haven't watched it already. Here are the topics I will talk about today. Starting with, as I said at the beginning, I want to talk in detail about a specific line that Gray says. お前の体は俺のものかもしれねえつうか、The official English translation of this line is, "Your body is something I cared about, 'cause you're mine," kinda. When we compare the Japanese to the English translation, although it's "your body is mine" in Japanese, it's translated as "your body is something I cared about, 'cause you're mine," kinda. So why was Gray's line changed a little bit during the English translation? I believe this was because the translator wanted to convey what Gray, Mashima-sensei, actually intended or meant, rather than do a direct or literal translation. With that said, I would like to translate Gray's line directly from Japanese. "Your body is mine, maybe, I mean, Or "Your body is, it can be mine, I mean, I will explain my thoughts on this in order step by step, but I would like to share my conclusion first. What Gray actually said is your body is mine, but what he meant is you're mine. Let's recall their conversation. It left a scar, huh? Juvia is not mine. Why don't you ask Wendy? She could probably fix it. And yours as well, Gray-sama. Guys and girls are different. The two of them were speaking about scars on their body. Because he had just said that men and women are different when it comes to scars on the body, it would sound more natural in Japanese to continue with your body is mine rather than you're mine. They have to continue the conversation talking about the body. This is natural for people who speak Japanese. I'm sorry if it is confusing, but it means all of Juvia belongs to Gray, not just our body. I've already explained your body is mine and you're mine. So now I will talk about the rest of Gray's line, which is maybe, I mean, I'm sure you all want to know why Gray stumbled over his words. It's because he is a typical Japanese boy. Mashima-sensei is a Japanese man. Gray is a tsundere character that is very shy, and his reaction is common in Japan. Maybe many Western fans don't like this Japanese reaction because it's difficult for them to find out Gray's real thoughts. However, that does not mean Gray does not love Juvia. It's just that he is trying to say his real thoughts for her, but sometimes he fails. かもしれね translates to maybe, I think, I believe, it can be, etc. It depends on the situation. It is a casual expression word for かもしれない. This is informal. Young guys in Japan use it a lot. かもしれない means your own thoughts about something, or a possibility of something happening. If you think something can happen, you would say かもしれない. So he said, your body is mine, maybe, or it can be. The reason why he said かもしれね, maybe, it can be, is he got shy, so he changed his words and said an expression. This really happens in Japan, especially in romantic situations. However, even though Gray said かもしれね, maybe it can be, it's important to realize that Gray really wanted to say お前の体は俺のものだ. Your body is mine with no doubts, with absolute certainty. I will explain why in detail soon. We know it's better to be clear when we want to say something with absolute certainty. In Gray's case, it would have been better to just say 俺のものだ, you're mine. But us Japanese people get shy and we just can't do that. And to us, this is a cute reaction, so I believe Mashima-sensei wanted to show Gray and Juvia being cute together, because it's nice to see them being cute. Next, why I believe Gray wanted to correct himself and say that Juvia is his with no doubt. The remaining part of his line is つうか, I mean, My theory states that immediately after Gray said, your body is mine, perhaps he actually wanted to correct himself by saying, you're mine. I'd like to take this opportunity to explain that. つうか is a more casual way to say というか, while keeping the same meaning and is frequently used by young people in Japan. The meaning of つうか or というか is I mean, or you could say. This is a word you use when you want to correct yourself to make your thoughts more clear. As I mentioned earlier, Gray only said your body is mine in his original line instead of you're mine like in the official English translation. However, if I think about their conversation again in Japanese, I think that Gray could have corrected himself by saying you're mine to make his intentions or what he really meant more clear. Rather, I think the conversation would have been more natural had he corrected himself. If we look at Gray's line again after thinking about it like this, after he says, your body is mine, maybe he says, Since this is a word you use when you want to rephrase something to be more clear, I explained that he either wanted to say you are mine or declare that your body is mine in a clearer way. Therefore, Gray probably wanted to correct himself by saying more clearly that you're mine after his initial comment. However, he could not say that. The reason for this is that Gray is shy. Anyway, there is no doubt that Gray's line sounds as if he is saying Juvia herself is mine. This is why Juvia reacted by saying Juvia! Juvia's reaction shows that she understood what Gray really wanted to say. Also, this is a spoiler for the sequel, 100 Years Quest, so please be aware. If you've read chapter 71, the Juvia that appeared from Gray's heart confirmed that he meant you're mine. And because it's from Gray's heart, we know it's true. If you are interested, please read Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. I believe there is no question that Mashima-sensei intended Gray's line to be romantic towards Juvia when he drew this. By the way, these words かもしれねえ tsuka sound like you're being rude. That's how males talk most of the time. Gray speaks informally. Many male characters in anime and manga talk like this. Inuyasha is a good example. So, is this scene romantic? My answer is yes, it's romantic. I believe other Japanese fans think like me. Because there are many ways to show a person you love them without directly saying I love you. The next video I plan to post will be about the final chapter of Fairy Tale. I believe that the final chapter received a mixed reaction overseas as it did in Japan, but why was the ending like that? Why weren't Nalu, Gruvia, and the other couples brought together in the final chapter? Why did they embark on the 100 Years Quest? I plan to summarize my personal thoughts such as these in a video that I will post. Please look forward to it. Also, thank you to all of you who liked the videos I uploaded before or left me comments on YouTube, Twitter, and my blog on Tumblr. It took me a while to find the time to post the video since I've been busy with work, but I was able to find a way to post this video thanks to all of you. I would appreciate your support as I plan to do my best to post videos moving forward, although it will not be on a regular basis. By all means, please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on, as this allows you to be notified as soon as I post the video. Thank you for watching until the end. Bye bye!